to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited for today's pick a card. Today we're going to get into your next spicy encounter in love. Who is that going to be with? What will happen? What do they want? What's going on? We're going to get all the details per usual. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like your own private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. I also have custom spell work, manifestation candles, all sorts of stuff on there. And yeah, you can always pick more than one pile. Pause the video if you need more time with the piles. For group one, we have the pink stone, and we'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot. For group two, we'll be using the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we have the purple stone. For group three, we have the green stone, and we'll be using the Modern Witch Tarot. And for group four, we have the white stone, and we'll be using the Tarot of the Divine. So pause the video if you need more time to decide, but we're going to get right into it. All right, if you chose group one with the Crystal Visions Tarot and the pink stone, this is your reading, your next spicy encounter in love. With who will that be with? What will happen? We got the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That's a good sign. I would say that that's very promising. So let's see what's going on for you, Spirit, for group one with the pink stone. Please show us their next spicy encounter. With who is this with? Oh, wow. I was not, surprisingly, I really wasn't expecting to. Whoa. We have so many cards that came out talking about like romantic love and marriage. And I'm like, you know, trying to get into the tea for this one, but we got end all be all. We got engagement. We got love vibes. So love vibes is all about like the situation being a deeply romantic situation, the situation being based on love over anything else, over affection, over anything that you would receive from this connection or vice versa. So I'm kind of shocked. We have end all be all and engagement here. So group one, maybe you just clicked on this reading for the tea, but if you are looking for something more serious, I definitely see that on the way. Like if you're more so like, okay, let me, you know, entertain myself for a cool little minute. Let me see, you know, what's going to happen. You know, what's my next spicy encounter? But really you're kind of hopeful for something more long-term. You're definitely getting that. And if you're not looking for that, buckle up, because, you know, that's how it goes. Like that's what they say. Like when you're not looking for love, that's literally when it comes. And then we have imperfections and twin flame. So this could be a twin flame connection. This could be, honestly, I try not to personally focus on the terms as much anymore, just because, you know, people can easily get caught up in like, oh, is this a soulmate, a twin flame, a life partner, like very caught up in just the semantics of it all. But a twin flame connection, the original kind of meaning is like, it's supposed to be your mirror soul. Like the whole concept is your souls are separated. You're put on earth to incarnate and have your own journey, and, you know, usually you meet up and you kind of help each other work through some stuff, work through some upgrades, some growth, etc. And then best case scenario, you're able to be together romantically at the end of the day. For a lot of people, because of all the growth, it even says triggering growth at the bottom of the twin flame card. Because of all the growth that twin flame connections typically entail, a lot of people end up tuckered out from the fight. But for you guys, I do see you guys moving forward even beyond like the growth experiences that will come with this connection. So it's looking very hopeful right away. I like this. Wow. I'm like, this is supposed to be a different kind of reading. Whoa, we got Wake Up Call and Deep in Love. The reason I'm so shocked is because this deck, this Love Games deck, is by a creator here on YouTube, King of Aloha. He might have changed his channel name, but he makes these decks and he actually sells them on makeplayingcards.com. So you can look up like King of Aloha if you want to check out his decks. They're really cool. I love them. They're so unique. But He's a Capricorn, my direct opposite. I'm a Cancer. He's a Capricorn. And so he's like really with the real. You know, if you have any Capricorn friends, you know the tea, you know the vibes. It's not, you know, super soft and cuddly all the time. Usually it's like with the tea. And this is one of those decks that's like with the tea. Like, I promise you, even though this is a romance deck, it is not all sweet. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know I've used this deck a lot. So you probably got some of the more crazy cards in here. But I'm just so shocked that you guys are getting all the like super romantic cards, and he's not, you know, he loves love, you know, whatever, he supports love, but he's not just like super like lovey-dovey and da-da-da. So it's like there's not, at least half the deck is more like, okay, what's really going on, and half of the deck is more like, okay, let's see the silver lining, let's get into the love vibe. So I'm just shocked that this is coming out of this deck right now. If you know, you know. But we have Wake Up Call and Deep in Love, so you may know exactly who this person is. I'll pull some of their thoughts. I did pull a deck that has like, you know, direct quotes from your person. So we'll get into that too and see what's on their mind and what has changed. But this could be someone you know with the Wake Up Call card. If not, I would say that they've gone through like some serious growth and transformation, specifically in the last year. And that's bringing you guys together. Or that could be your energy as well. Energy is fluid. If you feel like you have had a wake-up call and you've really been like realigning yourself with different values or becoming a different version of yourself, that is paying off. That's, you know, having an effect on your timeline and kind of shifting you into a timeline that includes like this super serious romantic connection that's going to lead into engagement and most likely marriage with end all be all. And yeah, I see you guys being like falling deeply in love with each other. I see you having like a wake-up call, or this person having a wake-up call and kind of realizing like this is something that is worth kind of growing for. Okay, so we have control and secret. So I'm going to clarify this with the tarot because that's so different than the vibes we've been getting so far. So I'm going to see what this is. But right away, intuitively, I'm feeling like you may be someone who's been, well, I just heard a witch. So you may have been like, you may have identified as a witch, but it feels like from 14, 15, 16, like from a young age. Like I'm seeing someone doing magic since like grade school. So when you get into that bag, it can be hard to shift out of it and to trust the universe when you need to. So perhaps, you know, with the secrets card, this has always kind of been what's meant to happen. But you trying to control your journey has, you know, kind of kept you out of the loop or caused frustration, caused you to try even harder, and caused you to actually maybe even along the way lose some of your spiritual gifts. Like maybe you stopped dreaming at a certain point, or you stopped having like your same intuition, or your intuition was like proving to be wrong at a certain point. It seemed like your spiritual gifts were regressing because of you not trusting the universe. So either way, I see that energy clearing, which will be really good for you, if not already. Okay, Spirit, can you show us for group 1, their person? What are their inner thoughts about group 1? Okay. It seems like this person may have been on the outs, either that or you guys have been in separation for a long time. I feel like you may have seen your twin flame in some other way, or you may have felt their presence but never actually met them in the physical. If you did meet them in the physical, there seems to have been some sort of barrier or obstacle that was in the way. We have, why did you stop talking to me? I'm not understanding what's going on. That's just giving me dream space energy. I don't know why. It feels like maybe you were dreaming with this person or of this person. And then, like I said a minute ago, like your dream stopped or something like that. You stopped visiting them or they stopped visiting you. And then we have, am I waiting in vain? How long must I wait? So there's definitely some frustration with the journey. And maybe that frustration with the journey caused the both of you to get in your own way. To be honest, I feel like this twin flame kind of connection coming together is the lesson in itself. Because when you guys come together, it's like love vibes, deep in love, engagement, end all be all. It's very deeply romantic. We have imperfections here. This person loving you through anything that you would consider to be like baggage or something that holds you back. So all the vibes that I get consistently are like pretty spot on, pretty romantic. But I feel like you may have gone on a villain era, or vice versa. They may have gone into some sort of villain era. One of you or both of you started to sabotage in the whole process of resisting the universe. It's like you learned magic early on, or manifestation early on, or at some point in your journey after your first ascension, whenever. And then after that, it was like magic was the solution for everything. And Spirit's trying to teach you like that's a tool, but it's not what actually controls the universe. Magic doesn't control the universe. It's something that can manipulate energy and can be used, but just like you have like an apothecary with multiple herbs, you don't just use rose for every spell. You know what I mean? Like you have multiple different things that you use, or multiple different methods of manifestation even. And sometimes the manifestation method is literally just to surrender and to allow things to come to you and allow them to happen. But there seems to be some sort of resistance, or it feels like maybe you wanted more. So maybe it went from you naturally dreaming of this person to you like taking different supplements that give you deeper sleep to try to force these dreams to come through. But it feels like you may have overshot it, or it may have, stopped at some point. Goddess energy maybe got upset with you. That actually happened to me a few years back. I didn't do any magic for an entire year because Goddess was just communicating to me straight up like, listen, this is a tool, but you're overusing this tool to the point where it's not fair. It doesn't come from a space of love. It comes from a space of control. And how are you any different from anyone who's ever tried to control you when you constantly, take advantage of this energy, and there's no giving, or there's no allowing it to cool and allowing it to rest. So that was something for me personally that I definitely had to kind of like work through and admit like, yeah, I am doing that. But anywho, we have you intimidate me so much. I idolize you. You're out of my league. And then we have something in your eyes just takes me away. I get lost in your deep gaze. This person really likes your eyes. Something about your eyes are very captivating to this person. Also, that may be something you've never seen. If you have met this person like in any other dimension or in any other way, you may have like the eyes were always blurred out. And they say like the eyes are the windows to the soul. So I feel like if you guys would have made eye contact in that way, then maybe things would have kind of got out of whack and really manifested really fast. But something about your eyes this person really likes. Ultimately, I feel like you guys were separated, and even beyond like in the twin flame concept kind of way, but separated because of either self-sabotage from trying to control the journey, or trying to force things, or trying to resist the surrender process, whatever it was for you. Yeah, we have, it says, I'm getting tired of trying and getting nowhere. So this person is trying to get to you as much as you're trying to get to them. It's very much so giving me like that what you seek, the love you seek is also seeking you kind of thing. We have, please don't do this to me. I'm in love with you. Don't leave. So there definitely feels like some sort of separation. This person feels your separation. Maybe you already know who this is in the 3D, but you're tired of not being able to have them in the physical, or you're uncomfortable with the dynamic. Like if you've ever felt called to someone that's well known, or someone that you've met online but never met in person, there's definitely a mutual energy of you've pulled away your energy, maybe because it was starting to turn into some sort of obsession as well. Spirit, for group 1. So what will happen here? We have the Empress, so you've definitely taken your power back, which is good. And the Hermit. Okay, I like that. I like that because if anything we've seen through this reading thus far, we can definitely see that there's a theme with Spirit telling you to release control. So it's like, Empress, you know who you are, and you don't feel like you're not as good of a magician or an alchemist because you're not applying magic to this right now. With the Hermit, you're surrendering. So it's like, I don't feel like I'm less, you know, powerful because I'm not doing magic. So it seems like you have gone through a whole process of leveling up and knowing who you are without the magic. And that in itself could be a lesson. Like, you know, do you really believe in yourself if you even have to use magic? Okay, they don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. Are you really powerful, or is it the herbs and oils? Because if you're a true magician, you don't need nothing. But we have the Empress and the Hermit. So it seems like you've kind of circled back to this place where you're very receptive, very open. The Empress is very fertile. She's pregnant on the card, as she typically is in tarot. So she definitely represents like divine fertility, new things manifesting. Nine of Cups in reverse. There's the selflessness and also this energy of like, okay, it's not all about me, but Three of Swords in reverse, that also doesn't hurt me anymore. Spirit, what will happen moving forward? I have a few that flipped. Nice. So there's a lot of chaos around you right now, honestly, especially with the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And that's just a consistent energy. Like, you know, a lot of people have been saying it like the energy is so weird. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of aggression in the collective that's been here for the last, you know, a few weeks. People's energy have just been so off. And that's what I was saying to people in 2022, because everybody was so excited. Like, yes, it's a Venus year. It's a 6th year. 2022 is about to be that girl for romance and relationships. And then it ended up being crazy. And then now 2023, you see a lot of, you know, breakups and things like that. So there is definitely a lot going on. And that's what I see for you. Lovers card, you guys are being brought together very naturally. But with this Five of Wands, there's a lot of chaos around you that you're not even aware of. And it's like your guides are working overtime to keep you safe and keep you out of trouble. And I feel like you're genuinely in a place where you're not, you know, getting in your own way or anything like that anymore. But it definitely seemed like there was a period of time where you were kind of like fighting against whatever you were feeling or the messages you were getting from the universe. Now you're in a more of a place of surrender, but Spirit is saying like, listen, Lovers card, I have to bring this together, because if I don't, it's not going to be what you want. Like, if you try to look for this, you're not going to connect with the right person. Either that, or you guys may even live like in totally separate parts of the world. So it's like kind of like butterfly effect, you know, you have to be tapped in with Spirit so that you're at the right place at the right time to connect with this person. Otherwise, it's going to be way too hard to anticipate where this person would be, or to try to, you know, only use your own intuition to tap in. You definitely need that universal connection. So I would say, if anything, plug into the universe, even if it's just 5 minutes in 5 minutes a day. First thing in the morning, you can even like sit up, you know, crisscross applesauce in your bed as you're still in your bed, and just meditate for 5 minutes. Just, you could really literally just imagine like a plug from wherever you feel really resonates with you, you know, kind of connecting to white light, or connecting to the divine, connecting to the heavens, the cosmos, you know, whatever you feel. We have the Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords in reverse. So for the most part, I feel like it's been about releasing. I wish I had more of like a juicy kind of message for you, because that is kind of like the point of the reading. But your message is definitely very much more specific, and more about you connecting with like the one, like the person, the connection. There's no possible way you could ever miss this as well. So it's like Spirit is just telling you don't need to worry. And any questions that come up in your head, I think that's the point. Like, Spirit is trying to get you to release that more and more. So if you're like, well, where would I meet them? How will I meet them? Or what do they look like? Da, 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 you know, like, how will I know? Spirit's like, you're gonna know. You're going to know, period, point blank. But Spirit's kind of keeping this one on the hush, not gonna lie. We got the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Two of Wands. And the thing about this energy is it's very much so mutual. So it's like, even if you did have full control of yourself, that's only 50% of the situation, because it's also not even, because it's also 50% on that person's other end. But there's also this huge percentage of like just the universe and you guys getting together at the same place, same time. So it's like, in reality, you probably have control over like a 10, 20% max of this situation, even if you do everything in your power to tap in, because this person still has to do their part. And then the universe has to conspire to open up the road for you guys to be at the same place at the same time to meet. So there's way too many factors. It's really pointless to even try. You're just going to stress yourself out, start to internalize everything, start to feel like you're not a good magician, or, you know, it's all your fault, and it just isn't. Spirit, what other messages do you have for group 1? I am so shook that this turned into like a totally romance reading. The fact that it took over this whole reading, though, I feel like Spirit is saying, like, you really needed to know this. Spirit really wanted you to know this. So if you're at this point right now where you're still fighting and going against the grain, I feel like this is the confirmation that you can really release that, and things will still manifest without your influence, without your control. We have the Holy Spirit itself that came out for you today, group 1. It says, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So Spirit is supporting you. I don't feel like Spirit is giving you exactly what you want, the way you want it, or how you want it, when you want it. But this isn't coming at your hands. The Lover's card tells us that. The Lover's card always indicates divine intervention, whether it's your spirit guides or Spirit itself coming through to help you and manifest. We have El Moria with an awakening presence. It says the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. I would definitely take a self-love bath and a protection bath if you can. There's some good ones on Etsy, but you can also look on Amazon. We have the Miriam with sacred vision. It says, choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all, and remember that love has no boundaries. So time or distance will not separate you. You know, allow your fears to kind of fall to the wayside. And this is a good time to get into some shadow work as well, and to forgive past partners or past situations, and even to forgive yourself. And then we have Commander Ashtar with a call to action. It says, take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. So if you truly trust, and if you're truly the magician, you don't have to, like, the outcome, you don't have to prove it. Like, you are who you are. You know what I mean? I'm Love and Romance Tarot readings, but I don't have to tell everyone that that's who I am, or that this is what I do. I just do it, and so I know who I am. So if someone were to say, oh, you're blah, 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 I know who I am. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the space Spirit is trying to lead you into. So that's what I got for you, group 1. Maybe you want to pick, you know, a different pile if you want something more juicy, but that's what I got for you today. Still a really good reading. I mean, you guys are getting the better end of the stick, because trust, like I said, couples are breaking up left and right. The fact that you have an end-all be-all coming in is a miracle in itself. And yeah, my Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings. That is where you can holla at your girl. But that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the purple stone and the Rider-Waite, this is your reading. We are going to see your next spicy encounter in love with who and what will happen, Spirit, for group 2 with the purple stone. Please show us their next spicy encounter. Who is this? Who are we talking about today? And what will happen? So usually I don't take this, like, when like 10 cards come out at a time. I usually don't take it, but Spirit right away was like, these are the cards. Take the cards. So let's see what we have going on. Oh my goodness. So I do feel like this is someone you know, and if if that wasn't enough, we have renewal here that was under some of the cards. So geesh. Okay, this is so crazy because group 1 got such a sappy romantic reading, and it was so shocking because I'm like, Spirit, their next spicy encounter, like, what's the tea? And Spirit came through with this whole other message. They got like multiple confirmations through multiple cards of like long-term commitment. And then you guys, not to say that it's opposite in the sense that it can't lead to a long-term connection, but not gonna lie, I mean, you got a lot of the spicy cards in the deck. We have a nasty girl / boy, and we have baby maker. So let me not, I don't know, she's doing a lot. Let me cover her up a little bit. But you guys definitely did get a lot of super strong, like spicy cards. So this person, first of all, they are going to be trying to move forward. If you're not looking to have children, child, you better do what you know you need to do, because this person is coming in, okay, busting shots, and they ain't blanks, okay? With Baby Maker, I feel like you got to be very skeptical and careful of this person's energy, because they're coming in like so sacral focused, not me like surprise Pikachu face like that this is coming up in a spicy reading, but still, it's shocking to me. Yeah, this person is definitely in a strong sacral energy. That came out right away. Surprisingly, though, what's surprising to me is this optimism card. So even though this person is coming in this energy where it's like, listen, I'm trying to get it cracking. I'm trying to, you know, have some, you know, special nights with you, whatever. It's like, for whatever reason, you're still optimistic about this person and vice versa, almost as if this can turn to more of a like a long-term committed relationship if that's what you want. So that kind of surprised me. I do feel like this is someone you know, maybe even someone that has ghosted you in the past, because we have the ghosted card that did come up. So this could be someone who's ghosted you in the past, or someone that you've ghosted in the past. And then it's like, now after some time has passed, your energy is opening up to them again. You're feeling like, you know what, maybe I can entertain this person again. Or this could be something that happens right after you guys like have the first night together. Then it's like, okay, this person is going MIA, or you're going MIA. You may be, I just heard player. So you may be a player yourself. You may be like, and it's giving like non-conventional energy, which is more popular today, but it's giving like the energy of a feminine that like really moves like a masculine type of thing. Like it feels like people don't expect you to literally not feel a thing the next day. Like they assume like, you know, you're just like most other feminines, just in this example. And it's like, yeah, after I lay down that pipe, they're going to be addicted. They're going to be hooked. And it's like, that is not at all what's going on with you. Not in the least bit. So I feel like they're surprised by this. We do have soul tie and interference. So perhaps there actually is something that's in the way between the two of you, like a third party situation. You're in a relationship, they're in a relationship, or someone from the past comes back and it just kind of throws you off for a while. I've actually had that happen before. Someone I was talking to, they literally ghosted me, and it was crazy because it's someone that I've known for years, but we didn't talk for years. And then we like came back into contact and they ghosted me, and I was just so shook because I'm like, I actually know you. Like, what's up with that? But I was like, whatever. Some time passed, they came back and they were like, listen, my ex hit me up and I was talking to you again. And, you know, because we did date in high school. So they were like, it was just way too much for me. I got overwhelmed. My ex hit me up and, you know, I'd been talking to you. And basically it was just too much for me. Like, they were like, I blocked everyone. I turned off my phone and I literally didn't respond to none of y'all. So I have seen this happen where it's like some people really do get overwhelmed when they're talking to multiple people. Not everyone is player like you group 2. Like not everyone can handle it. Some people really do get overwhelmed when there's multiple energies, multiple people in their lives. So maybe it's something legit that, you know, ghosting is irresponsible, just period, point blank. But I do feel like there are some exceptions to the rule where it's like, listen, ghosting just maybe have to be what it is. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not, you know, I'm pro ghosting, not gonna lie. Okay. Let me stop. But this does seem to be someone that you did have a soul tie with. So you'll know when this person comes through. But I do feel like for the majority of group 2, this is someone that you know, and you'll know kind of based on if you have a history with this person or not. Like you should know which side you're on, like whether this will happen with a new person or with a past person, because if you've never been ghosted before, this obviously wouldn't be you. If you don't have a strong soul tie attachment to someone, I just saw 555 on the camera, this wouldn't be you. This would be something moving forward. And that's the beauty of tarot. That's why we read tarot, to see, you know, what's coming up the pipeline so that we can better adjust what we do to handle it or to create a different outcome. You know, it's meant to tap into the future. So you can avoid this by not, you know, going there, you know, with someone right away. But it does feel like someone you're very attracted to, and then boom, you guys have a soul tie very, very quickly. Usually a soul tie is something that comes up not after like one time or one night. Usually it's something that's created with repeated interaction with someone, and usually it does take a lot of mental focus on it. Like when you start to obsess over someone and you're constantly thinking about them, that's usually what strengthens and solidifies a soul tie. You're not typically going to have a soul tie with like a one hitter quitter. Like, no, it's just not very common unless there's something else going on with the connection where there's already some sort of bond that you're not aware of. But anywho, we have renewal and back and forth. So it seems like there's a back and forth between the two of you. Even like interference can be a work situation. So it doesn't have to mean that you guys are going to end up in some sort of third party situation, but that would obviously be the most common form of interference. But this could also be like you're super busy with work, or you have a bunch going on for the next couple of weeks after you see them for the first time. So it's like, you know, they kind of expected you to be on them, talking to them all day, every day, and it just isn't giving that. Or, you know, energy is fluid. This could be on their end. They're busy with work, or they have an ex come back, or something happen where it's like they just got to tap out. But we do have renewal. So the consistent energy coming on is that the situation will be, you know, renewed after like some sort of period of distance. And with back and forth, we even have the telephone card here. So this is almost giving me like a little bit of a messy energy where it's like it could have something to do with your friends. Like if you guys share the same friend group or something like that, the friends could be stirring the pot, or everybody could be talking about it, kind of making this person uncomfortable, feeling like their business is all on Front Street. You know, they don't want all their friends talking about what they have going on in their romantic life. They don't like being on that side of things. They may be the messiest, you know, person when it's not about them. But once it's about them, then they start singing a different tune. But with telephone, it's like maybe they're talking to someone else, like a friend or someone that they trust, and that friend is kind of saying like, listen, you should double back on that connection. You should give it another chance. You shouldn't like, you know, completely say no to it. You should, you know, run that one back. Or telephone is kind of giving me an energy of that could be the thing that's causing this person to come back, because they're talking to someone and that person is kind of like on your side. Spirit for group 2. What are they going to do? What's going to happen here? Can we get some more information? What will happen? We got one that flipped over. Regeneration. So there is a consistent energy coming up in multiple decks now, talking about renewal, regeneration, things kind of being reinvigorated, starting over again, moving forward. Regeneration is like specifically an energy. Usually regeneration actually talks about like disaster. If we're looking at it in a very literal sense, disaster and regeneration is like when the trees start to grow again and things start to rebuild. So there could have been like a lot of toxicity here, or it could have been a very dramatic situation. Wow, we have serendipity. So maybe even spirit and, you know, your guides are kind of bringing this in. Serendipity is a card of luck, usually unexpected luck, unanticipated luck, something that you had no control over or nothing to do with. Serendipity is kind of like an energy of being at the right place at the right time and being pleasantly surprised by how things turn out for you. Yeah, I definitely feel that this is like something is not over. Something from the past is not over. And with serendipity, it's kind of making me feel like, okay, well, maybe there is some sort of reason for all of this, being that spirit is kind of leading you back. And we have the Y card, so you may be wondering that as well. We have Y and Yin. So yin is the feminine polarity of yin and yang. I wonder if this is the feminine in the situation wondering why, or I wonder if this is talking about like their feminine energy, their receptivity, and how they're feeling like, why did this happen? There must be some sort of higher reason, or I just heard, why did I do that? So this person may have honestly maybe even played you or kind of embarrassed you. This could have started by way of like a bet or some sort of competition. It could have started in an inauthentic way, and now they're realizing like, now that they're out of their competitive mind, like I actually had a good person, a decent person that I could trust that I was dealing with, and I need to make things right. I feel like a little bit of guilt is wrapped in here, not gonna lie. I feel like they can't shake it because it's their deep guilt for what they know that they did, for the role that they played, for how they handled the situation, whether they ghosted or they just didn't have any respect or care for anyone else involved, for how messy things got. Definitely feeling like friend interference or some sort of person that they value, some sort of interference. Spirit, how are they going to be moving forward? What's going to happen? They're definitely spinning the block. Wow, we got happy. So we're getting some positive energy, surprisingly. And yeah, we did have optimism before. I was saying that, like, when we got that card, I was like, surprisingly, even with all this like sacral chakra energy where you guys are really just kind of like going to, let me not do too much, but even though you guys are like, you know, more, it feels like, at least in the beginning, more of a sacral based connection, there was a lot of optimism. And that was kind of surprising to me because typically, like, if it's like a, you know, FWB type of situation where it's like nothing serious, you don't really have the highest hopes with those kind of connections. You kind of just accept, okay, we're here for a specific purpose and we know what we got going on and that's what we got going on. But with this one, it kind of felt like, perhaps there could be more to this. And with happy again, you know, there's this consistency coming up in multiple decks where there's like, no, there's this universal highlight that there's a lot of potential here. So I feel like this is a situation that could be more of at least like a girlfriend, you know, boyfriend or partners type situation. Girlfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend and boyfriend. Always got to slide that in. Whatever it is, you know. Whatever way you try to live your life. But yeah, I feel like it was very unexpected. Listen, new life, come on. New life, fork in the road, and then we have one that fell. A leg up. So yeah, a leg up talks specifically about some sort of helpful force. There's either with this telephone energy, like a friend that's actually rooting for you and saying like, okay, what you did wasn't fair. You should at least go make things right. Or this is the best option you're going to have. Honestly, it could be their guides with serendipity. Like, listen, buddy, this is the best you're going to get in this lifetime. So you better clean it up if you didn't already screw it up enough. If you didn't already do too much, you better go clean it up. Otherwise, you're really going to be SOL because this is the type of person you come by once in a lifetime. And we have new life and fork in the road. So I feel like they kind of even had to face themselves even to be able to move forward in this connection. They really had to humble themselves because someone who ghosted, it takes a lot of humbling to come back after you ghosted because there's just no excuse for that. And it's obvious that you're going to have to kind of address what happened unless you're just dealing with someone who's not well-versed, has a blocked throat chakra. That's not going to slide with the majority of people. You're not going to be able to waltz into someone's life after ghosting and just kind of like be let back in unless that person isn't well-versed or has some sort of, you know, throat chakra block or solar plexus block. Unless they don't know, you know, who they are, they haven't found their voice yet, typically it's not going to slide. So we have fork in the road and new life. Yeah, there's a pretty clear energy that this is someone you know and they're coming back around. Spirit, what else can you tell us about them? So what's going to happen here? I mean, with so much sacral energy, I find it hard to believe that you guys aren't giving it at least one more go. Yeah, we got the Eight of Wands. I mean, come on. It's a wand. You know what I'm saying? Eight of Wands is also synonymous with chakra energy. Though, what do they look like to you, those wands? Okay. But we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So it seems like as this person is coming in with like a hyper masculine kind of energy, you may be uninterested or you may have already like divested your energy in this person. You may have given up on this person. Nine of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. You may feel like they don't have anything to offer you, or it would be disrespectful to yourself to even give this person another chance. We have the Ace of Swords, so you may be in a connection with someone else. Interestingly enough, though, the Six of Swords came out sideways, so you may genuinely be stuck on this person, even though for the most part, or not stuck on them, but still open to a connection with this person, even though for the most part, it seems to be like onward and upward for you, trying to move forward. Six of Swords, trying to create a new life for yourself. have other connections, open yourself up to new people. Sun card, wow. So it looks like after, you know, whatever dark night of the soul you may have experienced because of the situation, because of all the drama, it seems like you're finally in a good place again, or the sun is finally coming out after, you know, the tornado. And it's like some of you just kind of feel like you shouldn't give this person another chance, but they're going to be pursuing you pretty hard with that 8 of Wands. Even Ace of Swords is like a very communicative, straightforward kind of energy where someone is taking direct action. And with the Sun card coming out, they want to be the Sun card. They want to be the happily ever after. They want to be the happy ending. This person doesn't want you to give up on them. Something about their ego is involved here. Like, it feels like, you know, kind of that saying where it's like, you were the person they didn't want and then you became the person they couldn't have. It's kind of like that, where it's going to be a major blow to the ego if this person can't have you again. A part of them is still wanting to conquer you. Ooh, yeah, with the World in reverse, yeah. It may be over from your perspective. You may feel like they don't deserve you now. Knight of Pentacles. Like, the thing about Pentacles is it's pretty slow moving energy. Page of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So I don't even see that you're the same person that you were when you knew them. Or like I said, if this is someone moving forward with you after all of this happens, you're going to be pretty much like, okay, stick a fork in it. It's done. Not entertaining this anymore. A lot of you are really turned off by the whole situation and just feeling really disappointed. Maybe even in yourself, but definitely in this person and anyone else, if anyone else is involved, like friends and things like that. Page of Pentacles takes like, or Pentacle energy in itself takes a while to manifest. Whereas Wand energy is super fast moving and passionate. That's how this person is coming in. You've progressed from a Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles, learning different lessons, knowing your value, getting closer to yourself, definitely leveled up in terms of like self-respect and things like that. So we have the World in reverse and the Sun card here. It's like, for the most part, this is something that will never happen again. It's like, fool me once, you know, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on whoever. I don't know how the saying goes. Fool me 3 times. F the peace signs. Load the chopper. Let it rain on you. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Spirit, what does group 2 need to know? We have the Divine Director with intervention and purpose. Yeah, that's what I was feeling. Because I'm like, kind of makes me wonder, like with a situation like this is like never something you would see Spirit pushing anyone to go into. So I was kind of curious about that. Like, why is there a universal support? Why is the universe or your guides, whoever, leading you through serendipity back to this person and putting you on this person's mind? The Divine Director with intervention and purpose says divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided and happiness is your purpose. So I really feel like the sun is your purpose. Being happy, being taken care of, being at peace. We have Kathumi with Cloak of Wisdom. It says, you already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. So Spirit is saying, you know, for the most part, if you're really done or not. 6 of Swords kind of came out sideways, as if, you know, there's definitely still some questions you have, or just this wondering in your heart, like what could happen, what could be. And that's something mutual. They still feel that stir in their heart as well. So you have another shot, another opportunity to see what it could really be, to see like, okay, is it worth it? That's what I have for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the Green Stone and the Modern Witch Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see your next spicy encounter in love, with who and what will happen. Group 1 and 2 were very, very different, so I don't know what we're going to get for this. Spirit for group 3. Group 3 with the Green Stone. Please show us for group 3 their next spicy encounter in love. card, right place, right time. We have the Lust card that wanted to jump out for you as well in the beginning of the reading. I feel like this may be something that you're used to, like people spending a lot of time making up their mind on you, people like getting to the point where they're actually taking action and pursuing. It's like you could pick up on all the vibes. You may even have like conversations with people, exchange numbers, but they never officially like tap into their masculine energy and like take things forward. It's like people think their little flirtation counts as them making the first move, so then they kind of just sit like a, you know, lump on a log and just wait for you. I feel like that may be something, unfortunately, you have dealt with before. But we have undecided and alignment. There's definitely someone watching your social media first of all. We have the questions card here, so someone has been thinking about you a lot. And this is someone who's been undecided about you in the past. I'm picking up on multiple energies. I feel like we're getting multiple people in your energy right now, group 3. And it kind of just feels like it's a backup. It's a backup of all of these connections that haven't gone anywhere, or all of these people that haven't like taken definitive action against you, kind of wondering, why haven't they hit me back yet? Why isn't group 3 like putting an effort to respond to my move? And it's like, bruh, flirtation is not a move. That's not a move. That's not a move. That's preliminary work. That breaks the ice. That lets someone know that you are interested in a romantic nature, but it's not making a move. Flirtation is not making a move. So I feel like you may be like super in your power right now, or maybe it's something that's been a long time coming, but at some point there's been some sort of shift with you where it's like, okay, if it's not direct, it's not getting addressed, period. But I do see you being aligned with someone who, we have the secret feelings card here, someone who's watching your social media with the questions card. This could be someone looking at your story, someone looking at your TikToks, your Twitter, your threads. I'm even hearing not threads, but someone, you know, checking you out on all apps, really trying to get in your mind. Also, I'm picking up on someone who literally keeps taking every single thing as you post as like some sort of subliminal. So if you watch their stuff as well, you may like feel like, okay, this person is doing too much, or this person, like, it always seems like they're talking about me, yet we haven't talked in months or however long. Yeah, your intuition is spot on. You're picking up on that as well, because it's like, I can feel that too. We got the blame game card here. We have missing you and engagement. Oh, okay. So I'm seeing like a mix of sacral energy and heart chakra energy. It's like this person has, you know, a lot of attraction towards you. They want to move towards you. They, of course, if you allow them, would love to have a night with you. But at the same time, this person kind of feels like you won't go for that anymore. There may have even been some change within you in the last, I heard 2 years. Maybe you were super liberated at another part in your journey, but it seems like you're actually coming across a lot more serious. So you may have clicked on this video just for the tea, just more like entertainment because you're curious. But would you actually let someone slide on you that way? I don't think so. Dang, I just got this super, super loud ringing in my right ear. I don't know what that represents, but it was so, so loud, like louder than I've ever really heard ringing. And it wasn't like that super high pitched ringing. It was like, I don't know, like a middle tone, like one of those that's not hard to hear. Like it sounded like I was literally with a frequency fork in my ear. Anyways, we have the blame game, missing you in an engagement. This person, honestly, they've went from like total player to a simp in their feelings. I feel like even they can't keep up with their old persona. This may have been someone who took a lot of people down, if you know what I mean. Like, let me take you down. No. But this feels like someone who like has tried to slide on multiple people, like, and it's that's their thing. This person could like really be like a textbook F-boy, F-girl, like someone who plays with hearts, heartbreaker, but it feels like a higher octave of that, like the higher octave of player, like more intense. It does feel a little malicious, not gonna lie. I feel like this person is used to getting their way, but honestly, I feel like you've kind of disarmed them. They're no longer in their power, and they were never truly in their power. Just because you're able to confuse and manipulate people doesn't mean that you're powerful. That's a common misconception. That doesn't mean that you're at all Powerful. At the bottom of the deck, we got pick me. Yeah, there's definitely been a shift in energy where it's like now this person is wanting to get picked by you and they're looking at you like, you know, seriously. So if you have like had a financial level up, I would definitely feel like that could be a part of it. But I'm definitely seeing a glow up. It seems like a glow up in your standards though, like just like you require more. And this person used to keep it so player and they were so cool with it, but now they're showing up like soft, soft, soft. We have past pain and drained. So they're tired of their own antics, tired of themselves and wanting something more. Wow. Spirit for group 3. What are they going to do? How are they going to pursue group 3? We have message in a bottle, so there's definitely some long-awaited communication, and I wanted so hard for this to be like a super, super juicy reading. It's going to get juicy. We'll tap into the tarot, but to be honest, this person is not in a super masculine, yeah, I'm going to take you down type of energy, flip it, dip it, and reverse it. They're very much so in a simp energy, in a soft energy, in a please pick me, you are best case scenario type of energy. Please just hear me out, give me a chance. I was just saying this to group 2. It's kind of like that saying where it's like you were the person they didn't want, now you become the person that they can't have. It's very much so giving that, and this person knows it. They know it in their heart, their soul, their spirit, that things have shifted and they are no longer in a powerful position with you, period, point blank. So we have message in a bottle and change in the wind, some much like long-awaited communication coming in. How are they going to pursue you? They're going to start with a message, and I'm seeing a long message, like a long, drawn out message, and they may honestly have to work for you a little bit because, like I said, I feel for a lot of you, there's been an internal change with you where it's like, yeah, it's entertainment. Let me see, you know, what people are trying to do, but will I actually surrender to it? Probably not. That's how your energy feels. It doesn't feel like, yeah, I'm down with the get down and I'm ready to go. It feels like I will allow it to come in just to kind of see and just to kind of like, you know, have fun. But it definitely seems like, you know, things have shifted and you're in much more of a powerful position. So we have change in the wind. You know, I feel like you guys have switched positions and this person is kind of coming back in and they're pouring their heart out to you. And we have deep knowing. So you're probably going to feel this person's energy before it even comes in, or you may know exactly already who I'm talking about. This does seem to be, like I said, someone that you know. And I feel like with the blame game and undecided, they are holding on to like one little thing. Like maybe they did something, you know, to try to play you, and then you did something to try to play them back. And it's like that one little thing they use as ammo for every time that they did something to you after. Every sub, every conversation had, you know, to people that you know, every one of your friends' DMs that they tried to slide in, like it feels messy like that, where it's like some of you, this got ugly. Like this person really trying to mess with you mentally, maybe even like showing up at your house unannounced or driving by your house with their music all extra loud just to kind of shake you and make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel watched. We have the breathe card, so it seems like they finally chilled out on that, or maybe you've chilled out on allowing that to affect you. Yep, and this person is coming back. We have the clean it up card. We have all that glitters and clean it up. Ooh, now, I just heard somebody called something. I just heard that. So for some of you, this person may be doubling back because they see you delusionally as the person that has always loved them and the person that will accept, you know, whatever. But it's like that version of me who loved you does not exist anymore. You know, she's gone now. She does not exist anymore. So especially like as if the history that we have isn't already enough, I really ain't gonna take you back. And if it's some BS like that, like you done caught some extra baggage, if you know what I'm saying, or, you know, even if it's like, oh, they had a kid with someone else, like you guys are in way too much of an empowered space to accept any relationship with someone who isn't benefiting your life. And it's crazy because we have the serendipity card here. I feel like this person is in for a rude awakening because serendipity, they see this person is not grounded in reality. They are not. They are not grounded in reality. They just are not. Like, they really see things like they're so committed to seeing things so differently than they are right now. And maybe you haven't been doing the most in working on yourself. You know, with the drained card, it does seem like you're kind of over it to a degree. But even if you haven't done a bunch of work and haven't really changed, I feel like this person coming in this energy and being so sure and confident that you're just going to accept them back is just exactly the thing to really just cause you to look at them differently and just be like, ugh, like, you really, that's what you really think of me. It's like, you know, maybe this is in itself the camel that's going to break your back, because it's like, you really think like, it's insulting. But for some of them, all that glitters, yeah, and clean it up. They're definitely running back and coming in this super soft simp energy because they explored another connection, or, you know, they were out here in the streets and they realized ain't nothing out here. Nothing. We have breathe and serendipity. So I'm glad that you're in a better space with the breathe card. And with serendipity, honestly, I feel like that energy is mutual. Like, they're going to have a rude awakening. I really do feel. But I feel like serendipity is letting you know personally that spirit is still with you. Yeah, 8 of Wands, they're coming in quick, fast, in a hurry, very masculine, almost kind of forceful energy, like trying to force you to talk to them. And in the past that may have gassed you up, but now it's just like, no, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not trying to talk to you right now. This isn't that. I'm not joking. I'm not flattered. Get out of my face. Like, you know. But I feel like serendipity is saying for you, group 3, like, regardless, you're on the better end. So I don't feel like Spirit is saying, like, regardless of what's going on here, yeah, Queen of Pentacles, you're in alignment with best case scenario. And we have the Judgment card. So Spirit is letting them come through. Spirit is letting them come through, not like a test, but like judgment, kind of like, okay, judgment is the call to action. It's the day of reckoning. It's like, okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to choose? And it's not always in a testing energy where it's like Spirit's trying to trick you or test you. It's really in a matter-of-fact energy, like, what are you going to choose? So Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to choose yourself. And but with the Judgment card here, you know, you do have an opportunity to move forward with them if that is what you want. Wow, we got the World card. I got to cover her up. We got the World card here. So not going to lie, it does look like you guys could have a happily ever after. We did get the alignment card that came out before. So with everything being said, you guys still could have, like, you know, a really good future and a lot of potential if you're open to it. But I feel like they would have to come all the way correct for that. Spirit, can we get any spicy details for group 3? This reading totally threw me off. I had my intention set. Group 2 was pretty juicy, but I had my intention set for this to be a spicy reading, and Spirit's like, there's actually a bunch of BS going on, or unexpected, like, more serious love offers. Group 1 got a whole marriage offer, and I'm like, where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? But anyways, we have the Ace of Wands and the Devil card here. So it's really up to you. It's what you want. Devil card, there is a lot of temptation. Honestly, in Devil card, I feel like you guys are going to have one more romp. I feel like you may be like, okay, like, I know that I don't want to be with this person long term, but that was the best I ever had. So let me, you know what? Let me be quiet for a little bit. Let me act like I'm interested. And they may catch you slipping. They may butter you up on the date, drinks flowing, food. That's one thing about me. I love my meal. I love me a good drink. Listen, I become the most compromised person under the right circumstances. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be like, well, what you trying to do then? Let's go. Because I'm feeling good. 8 of Pentacles. Spirit for group 3. You may decide to collaborate with this person. Also, this could be, oh my goodness, I'm seeing a workplace romance, like, yeah, where it's like in the workplace, though. In the workplace, y'all are getting it cracking. And I'm not gonna lie, why do I always feel like exposing myself when I start reading tarot? I need to shh, keep quiet. Did nobody even ask you all that? But listen, I done had, everybody has a past. Spirit for group 3. Yeah, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Honestly, oh, Five of Wands in reverse. We get a lot of five, repeating five energy. You may be seeing 505, 515 at this time. With the Eight of Pentacles, it does seem like you guys are collaborating moving forward here, not going to lie. And with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, with the Five of Wands in reverse, it feels like any drama is really of the past. Like, not going to lie, when they're coming through, they're not on the same old BS. And we did get the change in the wind card that came up before. So, an alignment that came up. So, and then we did have engagement, I'm forgetting. So yeah, it does look like they're making some sort of serious love offer. Like I said, they're totally simping, trying to make you a long-term offer. And with the Eight of Pentacles, you guys could even end up going into, I just heard mission, but you may end up going into business. And then, like I said, I'm hearing mission together. But all that chaotic energy, all that hectic energy, all that BS energy is really a thing of the past. Not going to lie. I mean, the cards are coming up consistently from multiple decks, kind of talking about how this person is on the straight and narrow these days. So I definitely wouldn't gas you up if it wasn't. I'm the call out queen. As soon as I see the BS, I'm like, no ma'am, no sir. We're not doing that. Not my collective. It could be somebody else's collective, but not mine. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing a romp though. Okay, revisiting the past one more time type of energy, like, and it seems to be even better than it was before. Like, even their energy is better than it was before. They've definitely, I feel like you're seeing the real them. Like, there's just like this soft energy coming from them where it's like you really are, you know, kind of meeting a different person, it feels like. We have the Three of Pentacles and the King of Wands in reverse. So Three of Pentacles is kind of giving that same kind of serendipity energy that we got before, where I feel like things are going so well, or you're getting universal support, Three of Pentacles, because King of Wands in reverse, this person isn't showing up in that same energy. So now the universe can support you. And maybe you end up meeting this person. Maybe you end up meeting them too soon. Or maybe you pursued this connection when you weren't supposed to. That's another thing. You know, sometimes it really do be our fault, where it's like we can tell that we have a strong connection with someone, but we don't honor like the phases and cycles or the timeline. There's this saying, like, it's already rare to fall in love, but to fall in love with someone at the same time as they're falling in love with you is even more rare. It's something that happens only once a lifetime. And that's just so true. So many times you meet people and it's like they're, you know, if you would have met them 6 months later when they were more healed, it could have gone a lot better. But maybe it was impatience that kind of brought you here. So this is an opportunity. I mean, not gonna lie, we did get the alignment card. So it's like there's so many cards kind of hinting to the fact that now you guys are in a much better space. So maybe at some point you were mirroring each other's energy, but just in different ways. We got the Moon card. There's one last opportunity going hand in hand with Judgment and the World card to have a happily forever after with this person, honestly. And, you know, the physical intimacy will be better than it has been in the past. Or good if you've never been with this person. But yeah, we have the Miriam with Sacred Vision. It says, choose to forgive in order to heal and see the light in all things. Remember that love has no boundaries. And then we have Mary Magdalene with Teacher Awakens. It says, you have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. Heavy on the mission energy. You guys are going into mission with each other in some way. There's definitely a higher purpose or a reason why you met. That's what I got for you, Group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 4 with the White Stone and the Tarot of the Divine, this is your reading. Tapping in to see your next spicy encounter in love. With who is this going to be with? Ooh, Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Nice. Good energy to start with. I would say that is a good omen. We're going to see who we're talking about and what will happen. Spirit, this is for Group 4. Group 4 with the White Stone. We have the Confidence card that was just trying to jump out. So perhaps it's your energy. I mean, honestly, the Nine of Cups is more of a card of the self versus like a couple, even though there's a couple on this Nine of Cups depiction. Usually the Nine of Cups is more about like self-fulfillment, really being in your energy and your mood, basking in your femininity in the sense that you're really kind of feeling yourself and being receptive to you, your environment, your truth, your life, and enjoying it, being who you are, being confident about who you are, not hiding who you are. Wow, we got Magic and Chosen One. So right away, not gonna lie, yeah, people are trying to put a ring on it. There's an energy of multiple people wanting to commit. And I feel like a lot of people are choosing you in this season. So be careful, because people are really seeing your value. And if you don't see it, you may end up getting finessed, okay? So be careful, especially with this being a spicy reading. Nice. We got the shake-up card. So I definitely feel things shaking up for you, changing for you. If things have been stagnant for a while, like if you haven't been getting very much attention at all, just expect things to do a complete 180 where it's like now you're getting like all sorts of attention. Like everybody is on your body. Everybody wants to talk to you, see what you're all about. Everybody wants to have their chance, okay? A turn. Oh my goodness. We got the third party card here. So even people who are taken, married, engaged, in relationships are still trying to move forward with you. Nice. I'm glad we got this. We got the protection card here. See, we have conceited. And I feel like that's more your energy than anything. But there's also someone coming in with a hyper masculine energy who's conceited and kind of feels like they can have their way. With the protection card, I'm glad that's coming up, because with third party here, it's like there's definitely somebody trying to integrate you into their situation. Oh, I just heard poly. A lot of people really try to confuse people and, you know, like trick them, talking about like, oh, I'm poly and that's why, like, this is, you know, just, it's just a, you know, manifestation of that. Like, I'm not a cheater. And it's like, bruh, poly relationships have to have better communication than just one person and another person relationships. More than anything, you have to have really good communication in poly situations, because it's like, there has to be clear communication about what we're doing, where we are. Just because you're poly doesn't mean all of a sudden there's no accountability. Like, that's not at all what it is. But I feel an energy where someone may be trying to trick you into some sort of third party situation, like unknowingly though, like not even giving you an opportunity to say whether or not that's what you want. Like, someone really feels like they could bag you. But I'm glad that we have protection coming out, because that lets us know that spirit is keeping you from anything too crazy going down. Yeah, there's like this mix of energy. There's definitely two different people in your energy at a minimum. There's someone who's like choosing you with this chosen one, and then we have end all be all. There's someone who's trying to make you like a serious love offer. And then there's someone who, this is probably going to be the spicy encounter, that's really on games, and really it just feels like it's all a game to them. Not going to lie, not going to gas it up to make it more than it is. That's how it feels. It feels like this person is not very serious. It feels like they're just trying to have fun, or put you into some third party, you know, drama filled situation and then dip on you. And a lot of people do that. Like, a lot of people will message you back and forth knowing full well they have a crazy ex or a crazy girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever, that they're very much so still interested in. And that's the part that they love. That's the part that they live for. Just the drama that comes with it, and feeling like, ooh, there's all these people going crazy over me. We have being bold and soul tie. This could be someone that you have been intimate with before with the soul tie energy, or, you know, listen, you could be creating a soul tie with this person. So be careful, especially if it's a third party situation. No, ma'am. But with being bold, this person is going to come to you with confidence, and that may be just the thing that's kind of turning you off, because it's like, if you've worked really hard to get where you are, and then someone is just coming in trying to act like, you know, they already have some sort of footing in your life, not trying to put in that work, that may not fly with you, not where you're at right now. So we have the fear card here. Spirit, can you clarify fear? I just want to see whose energy this is. And judgment. Ooh. So there's someone who's afraid to move forward with you. Honestly, I feel like they're afraid because they have already misstepped in some way. This could be someone who was so conceited that they couldn't even like really see themselves and take themselves seriously. With the third party card, this could be someone who tried to put you in a third party situation before. You completely denied it, shut it down, and now they're like, okay, that was my bad. I definitely shouldn't have tried to do that. So they kind of cleaned it up, and with this Judgment card here, now they're afraid to move forward with you because they feel like they already messed it up. Queen of Coins in reverse, they feel like they like kind of played you for a fool, or thought that you would just be someone who would not see through their BS or not see what they were trying to do. You definitely did, and now they're kind of feeling like, ooh, embarrassed. Spirit for group 4, their next spicy encounter. Ooh, orphaned, fork in the road. It seems like this person is in, ooh. We have regeneration and building blocks. If I had to say, I would definitely say this is someone you know. There's 2 different energies here. There's one of them who's making you more of a serious love offer, so that's kind of like a different reading. But I'll still look and see, you know, what's going to happen with them or what's going on with them. But there's definitely someone who's choosing you. You're their #1 pick. Don't see any other attachments that they have to other people. And then there's this orphaned card. This could be someone who ghosted you. Either that, or this is someone that you ghosted after they tried to put you in some sort of third-party situation. But with orphaned and fork in the road, I feel like this person has come to a point where it's like, okay, I'm going to have to choose a different approach. I'm going to have to do things differently if I want anything to do with group 4. It seems like they're kind of like scared straight a little bit. But there seems to be some sort of sense of abandonment. So this person is definitely taking it as if you have done something to them, not going to lie. So to a degree, which doesn't surprise me, but it does seem like this person is not as evolved as you are, or not as emotionally advanced as you are, hasn't gone through as many lessons. And that's the tea, though. I don't feel like that's true. I don't feel like it's not that this person hasn't gone through as many lessons. I feel like they refuse to learn their lesson, and they're trying to double down on this persona and how they want to see the world and how they want it to be versus like what it is. They want to be a player. They want to have fun. They want to feel like they have multiple options and multiple people going gaga over them at all times. But that's not the reality. The reality is Spirit was trying to align them with whatever their true destiny is. And in some way, somehow, you were supposed to be connected. But now, it looks like the turns have tabled. And they're running back. We have regeneration and building blocks. So even this person is coming through kind of sauce. I'm like, where's the spice? Give me that shit, Spirit. Give me the spice. But it does seem like this person is kind of coming in energy like the dog with the tail between the legs. You know, like when your dog, you know, bumps into something and they break a vase or something like that, knock something down, or they do something naughty, and they're looking all guilty. Yeah, that's the energy this person is giving. And we have regeneration here. So they're trying to work through the building blocks, but their energy is just kind of soft. Like, not going to lie. It's like this person is kind of like coming in an energy where they're admitting their guilt, and they know that they kind of were dead wrong in the past, and they're trying to do better moving forward. They really are. We have to be fair, and they're coming in to balance the scale. So perhaps there was even like some karma that was starting to play out because I was getting this like beyond scared straight energy with them, where it's like, okay, maybe there was something that happened that really made them feel like, okay, I need to get my stuff together before I end up looking crazy out here. Before I really end up with the short end of the stick. Wow, no place like home. You got people soft over you, group 4. We got the higher power at the bottom of the deck. So maybe, you know, this is just for your entertainment, but would you even let someone in? Like, you know, maybe you clicked like, you know, to see, okay, what's the tea, like what they trying to do, but am I going to engage in it? You may already know that you're not. So, I feel like this person feels like they really don't want to mess up. They're hyper conscious of themselves, not wanting to do anything that's going to disturb you or make you turned off. There's another card that flipped over, I thought. 3 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Cups was just at the bottom of the deck again. Knight of Swords. Wow. So how is this person moving forward with you? Knight of Swords, they're coming through with very clear communication, Judgment card energy. They're showing up correct, whatever way that means to you. So if you told this person what you require, they're showing up, filling those boxes, checking those boxes. They're showing up as that person, the person that you wanted or the person that you want in a partner. They're showing up as that way. Oh, there's another one that flipped over. Where is it? I just saw it. One of these. Oh, here it is. Ace of Swords, another card of direct communication. Yeah, I don't see them playing any games. I'm going to pull on that end all be all and see if that gets spicy. Because this person is soft. They're showing up soft. They're showing up in an energy where it's like they're trying to come correct. Okay, so soon as I shift over to the end all be all and chosen one, we have the Four of Swords and the Five of Wands. So not going to lie, Spirit is saying you're going to need to clear this chaotic, hectic energy with this ex, with this person of the past. I won't say before you move forward with this end all be all, but the end all be all and chosen one, they're showing up in a very sure energy, sure of what they want, sure that they want to move forward, and their energy is like totally different. I don't feel like this person is giving you any confusion or on the fence energy. So it's kind of like Spirit is expecting you to return that to them. We have the King of Wands. So this person is a king in their own right. They know what they're doing. I won't say that they're showing up at all soft with the King of Wands. That's a very feisty energy. That's someone with a lot of power. Typically, King of Wands has some like material possessions as well in this life. Like they've accumulated some wealth, some money, some fame, some notoriety, some respect for sure. King of Wands is also someone who has really good physical intimacy. Okay. But with the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's like, I won't give it to you if you have this other person dripping on you energetically. Like if I can still feel their energy and essence, I'm not moving forward with that. Like this person they're not someone you could play. They're not a goofy Two of Pentacles. They're not with the stuck between two worlds kind of thing. Nope. They know who they are. They're not going to be in a third party situation. And we have the Devil card at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this person is very spicy, very mysterious. I feel like this person is someone who kind of like naturally, you know how they say like when you're with a true masculine, you naturally become in your feminine energy because you just simply don't have to do anything. But when you're with someone who's also in their feminine energy, if you're a feminine or in your feminine energy, it's like you will be quicker to make things happen and to sort them out because you know that this person isn't going to. So like for me, I don't know why this reminds me of this, but I went on this date with this person. And it was a first date and we went to get coffee. It was real cute. They showed me this new coffee shop. The coffee shop was so dope. It was like hidden in this like garden and it was just so beautiful. They had tables and stuff and it was just giving, I don't know, it was just a vibe. I don't know how to explain it. It was like literally the Garden of Eden. But they took our coffee orders and then they were like, okay, is this separate or on one? And they looked at me. And so I was just like, oh, I'll pay for my own. And then they gave me a look like, really? And I'm like, it's a $5 coffee. Why are you looking at me when he's asking, is it separate or one? Like, what do you expect me to do? Like, I'm not going to lie. I can't be someone who's more masculine energy dominant. So I wasn't going to be like, what is this? Listen, this story triggers me every time. Every time. It just triggers me because it's like, bruh, really? You're in your feminine that energy that much that you asked me on a date, but you looking at me over a $5 coffee. I'm like, I will just pay the $5 coffee. Like now, if it was $100 bill or whatever, we done ran it up at the steakhouse. Yeah, I'm gonna look off to the side. I'm not making eye contact with the server. I'm gonna let that one rock for a little bit. But a $5 coffee, that's not even enough of an obligation for me to be doing all that. I'm like, take my card. But anyways, I say all that to say, like, it's just kind of like, you know, when someone isn't in their masculine energy, they don't need to look at you. There's actually this video that went viral a few weeks ago, and, you know, this couple was getting interviewed on the street, and the guy was asking, like, okay, so he spent, you know, 35K on a wedding ring for you. What do you know, bring to the relationship? And the guy immediately stepped into his masculine energy. Wasn't overpowering, wasn't doing the most, but he was like, I think I should answer that, which is so true. Like, there's no such thing as inherent value. Value is based on perception. Only the other person can tell you what you bring to the table or what you value, because they're the person who is perceiving you and choosing to be with you. So they're the only person who could define your value. And it's also never what you want it to be, why people like you. But he was like, I think I should answer that. I get a partner that's loyal. I get the mother to my future kids. He's like, she deserves more, you know, and this is someone that I really love. And the interviewer just kept trying to like water down what he was saying and make it about something else. And then basically, you know, social media was on the guy's side. Like, see, if they wanted to, they would. Because he did not hesitate to answer, and he also didn't allow her to be in a space where she's trying to define her value and da-da-da. So anyways, I feel like this person is a true King of Wands. This is not someone you can play. And also, you don't want to become the thing that you're running away from, because didn't they just play you? So wouldn't it not be appropriate to try to play someone else and play the fence, especially with such a yahoo like this bozo? Like, that's not even worth it. That's just goofy at that point. Like, if you're going to make them really work for it, it best to be because you got like a King of Cups, okay, King of Pentacles, like someone else who's really offering you like the top of the tippy top, but a clown? Group 4, don't play with me. I'm already triggered because I done told that damn story. We got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is not a sure thing. This is not a promised thing. This is something that you can have. Honestly, if you close this cycle and if you show up properly, it's giving like grown man, grown woman, grown person type of energy, evolved being type of energy. They're not with the games. And it doesn't mean like, if you have real options, then that's just what it is, you know, and, you know, you can keep it honest with this person and let them know, like, you know, I'm dating, and until I have like a ring on my finger, like, you know, an engagement or an official relationship, I'm not going to stop dating other people. That's totally different. But just like, you know, trying to play the game and thinking you're so player, that's one of those times where the ego will really get you in some crap. So I feel like with this person, especially with the Devil card, all that temptation, all that lustful energy, and the King of Wands, okay? King of Wands, look up the alternate meaning to Wands, okay? Look up dirty meaning of Wands in Tarot deck, and it'll blow your freaking mind. This person, what you looking for, they got it. They gonna be able to give you what you need, but 6 of Coins in reverse, 10 of Coins in reverse, it's not promised. Spirit is kind of challenging you to make the right decision and end this cycle properly with this other person that's trying to pursue you before you are able to move forward with this person. And I feel like it's just because, you know, they're just like you, actually in alignment, has learned lessons and like actually took the lesson from them and has done better. Wheel of Fortune. This would definitely be someone, ooh, Temperance in reverse. I heard spoiled as soon as I turned Temperance around. So someone who would spoil you, you know, Wheel of Fortune, definitely a valuable person to have in your corner, but they're not with the games. They're not with the games. And a lot of people learn the hard way. I mean, even me personally, I've learned the hard way when I've had opportunities with really good people, and because I was immature or because I was, you know, mad about something else, I just completely fumbled. And then it's like that person becomes no longer an option after a while, and then you stuck and you just kind of have to live with it. So I feel like it's definitely giving like trust. You're going to get whatever you need or whatever you want from this connection, but you really have to like show up properly for it to get there. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse and the 9 of Swords. So I feel like this graduation from being stuck and moving forward and doing things the right way, even though 9 of Swords, you still feel a way. You may have a chip on your shoulder from past experiences or from this person. You may feel like, why do I always have to be the responsible one? How come I can't just have my villain era? I don't even think that's you, Group 4. Like, if you weren't a villain from the start, you acquired that personality from your experiences. Don't become who they are. Don't become who hurt you, because that never was you. So why would you want to embody that energy? We got Lord Ganesh with infinite abundance. This person may be rich or wealthy. It says obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. So I don't even feel like this King of Wands, this chosen one who wants to be your end all be all, I don't even feel like that's the only love offer you're going to get. We do have Green Tara with supreme protection, which is good. It says you're being protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. So even if this person comes through first, which they most likely will, don't allow fear to keep you attached to this person, like fear that there isn't anyone else that will come through, because there definitely is. And then we have the Shekinah with the sacred self. It says, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, and dance with the rhythm of the universe. So spirit is calling for you to trust, but it'll definitely be worth it. That's what I have for you, group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.